it is blog time now. Incidentally, I've decided to film this blog in what used to be my old bedroom in my parents' house. So it's very strange here because I've got the same view that I used to have a number of years ago now. It's been turned into an office really now for my father to use on the odd occasion. I don't think he uses it very often. So let's continue with my blog. Right, we'll start with our prayers. We're mentioning, as ever, our forum moderator called Boomer, who is out on deployment with the US forces in Afghanistan. We're also mentioning in our prayers Bonnie, who I think is now going for surgery at some time in the near future. I don't know that 100%, but that's what I heard last time I spoke to her. So if she's not around, she's probably incredibly busy getting ready for that. I think that might be all with the prayers today. Oh no! Surveyor Sean's son has made it through his operation, which has been delayed quite a little bit because he had to be sort of in perfect health to have it, really. He's had it, he's made a great recovery so far and is improving daily, so that's sort of an answer to prayer, really. We're very pleased about that. You might remember that I mentioned Surveyor Sean and his son in my blog a couple of weeks ago. So there we are, that's an answer to prayer, that one. Let's move on. Nothing really to report at work this week. At home, I have been for the last week arranging a car boot sale. Now, it went actually quite well. We did it yesterday, Sunday, and we managed to raise £99, which is fantastic. Our target was £100. £99 is sufficient to cover the SD cards that we'll need for our trip to the US. So that's fantastic. We also have enough stock and the promise of more from various donors to host a second car boot sale in August on our original reserve date in case it rained yesterday. So we've got that one planned in the pipelines as well. The money raised for that will sort of be divided. I think most of it's going to go on help for Christmas, the Christmas presents and stuff like that. There'll be a proportion that will probably go on spending money for the US trip as well, depending on how much we raise, you see. I did the sale in 3 phases. The first phase was to set everything up on the tables with the tables covered. Everything was at a fixed price except for people who would haggle, obviously, and we'd sell like that for a couple of hours. Then we'd change so that we'd condense the stock, because some of it would have sold by then, reveal the tables underneath, and those would go up for sale at that point. Now the third stage would have been to use the original boxes we did to transport the goods there, and sort of create bargain buckets basically for very low priced stock that we had left just to sell it off. Unfortunately it rained halfway through the time when I was sort of beginning to set up that, and the event was cancelled at that point because it was sort of outside in the middle of a field. So I do feel that we could have done better had we had the proper time, but £99 is exactly what we need, so there we are, and we've got another one coming up. A few bits of interesting information. Matt Grice is getting married this week, so congratulations to him. I hope he has a nice and long and happy marriage there. On the same sort of lines, Noah Einhofer has just got engaged, so congratulations to him too. Savant Young is opening a new gym this week. I hope that goes well. I know that that's quite a big task as well, opening a gym. So I hope that that lives up to be all that he's planned. Our forum moderator Sugar Shane has hosted his first MMA show last week. Apparently it was a great success and he's planning new ventures in the future, so that's fantastic. Our forum moderator called Amy, it's all about the moderators, we have a very active team. Well, I'm not, but they are. Amy has won a silver medal in a jiu-jitsu tournament, which is fantastic, so I'm very, very pleased about that. Well done to her. And if you look on the forum, there is now a thread in the training section, I believe, with photos and stuff like that, so well done to her. VCU Ramfan has gone on a 2-week sabbatical from the forum. He's gone on a mission trip to Mesoamerica. I do believe this isn't his first mission trip, if I remember rightly. But he's going for 2 weeks to help those people there, so I hope that goes well for him. And of course, just a reminder in case I didn't say last time, Jojo, our forum moderator, won his debut MMA fight last weekend, so we're still excited about that. And I am developing a new signature because I'm bored of the one I've got now, so I'm thinking of using some of the photos he had from that. He has given his permission, so, you know, there we are. I did do it with Jacob Hay at the time that he won his gold belt, so, you know, it's not that freaky. I think he might be a bit freaked out by it, but never mind. People are often freaked out, so never mind. The only other thing to say is that this week we have Dream, I believe it's the Dream 10 event. Don't know many people on the card, don't really think it's sufficient enough for me to do a predictions video, but I will mention my supports in the 2 main events. I am supporting Vitor Ribeiro and Paulo Filho, obviously. So I hope those 2 do well in their fights. Hopefully they win as well. and there we are. You might have realised that there has been some issues on the forum in the political threads this week. Issues that have sort of caused a little bit of a problem, upset a few people. All I can say is that I think those threads now, I've stopped posting in them, because I just think, you know, if people are going to be rude and a little bit immature, then perhaps Nathan is right in what he says, and that's that once it gets to that stage, there's actually no point in actually debating at all, because it's just going to go downhill. So, particularly as it sort of involves people being a little bit rude to me, I'm just not going to bother. So, that thread seems to have died a death now, and I'm sure we'll move on, and I'm sure things will get back to the way they were before that. Disappointing. It is disappointing because, you know, there are a few sort of moderators and there are sort of a few people who should know better involved in that. But there we are. Never mind. C'est la vie. We'll continue, and I'm sure things will improve. And if they don't blame me.